Hey traders, welcome to Charts and Coffee. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. All right, full disclosure here, gang. I made some tea, all right? I got this cool little thing from Amazon. Put the tea in this little shuttle, and then boom, I've got some green tea with some Carrara rice in it. Very nice with a drop of honey. So, I'm always going to keep it real with y'all. I'm rocking some tea today. Hope everyone's doing well. And by the way, yeah, the bot loves tea. I think a lot of you know the bot loves some tea. So, and the Trish loves tea too. So we're kind of rocking the tea in honor of them. Got the last day of volume decoded today. Not last day, second to last day. So third day, day trading, volume decoded class happening. And super stoked for that. The first day was pretty good, if not a little difficult. We've got a profit target we're going to be hitting for our swing trading session. So the first session was day trading, second was swing. We do our second and last day trading session. We still have the second swing trading session to come, as well as the very anticipated long-term session. How do we manage our longer term portfolio in environments like this? Still coming up. So super stoked for that. All right, gang. What do we have going on this week? If you joined me for the weekly Raghee report, you know that we talked quite a bit about the economic calendar. Anything that you might have ever been curious about as far as what moves the dollar and how, we definitely tackled that in yesterday's Raghee report as well. So you can check that out, the replay back at the Simpler Trading YouTube channel, as well as my YouTube channel as well. We dual broadcast to both, so shout out to my YouTube folks as well. All right, what do we have coming up? Today is very quiet, which is going to make hopefully for a pretty interesting day trading session. Going into tomorrow, a lot of Fed speakers, 3 on the calendar. Going into Wednesday, this is really for all intents and purposes, the last trading day, Wednesday, November 23 of the week here in the US anyway. And that means we're going to get a lot of data and everything from new home sales to flash services PMI, which could have an impact on our target rate probabilities. And then, oh yeah, not only do we have natural gas storage and crude oil inventories being released at the same time, Wednesday is going to be a very interesting day in the Sector Secrets Mastery. That is our typical double header day. So my Mastery folks, it's going to be an interesting one this Wednesday. And then, of course, FOMC meeting minutes. And then, boom, we go into really what's going to amount to a 4-day long holiday, 4-day long weekend holiday for many traders. Okay, so that's the calendar coming up. And as always, gang, this session is about your questions. I do want to tackle this here. Gang, I do not get anything from TradingView. I've been using them for, I guess, just over 9 years now. And a lot of folks ask, Rog, do you pay for TradingView? Gang, I could get most things comped. That's kind of a neat place to be this stage of my career. But if I'm going to ask you to use anything, I will pay for it. And I pay for TradingView. As you can see here, I have 157 days left of my premium subscription. What do I do in November? I go re-up this thing at 60% off. So for those of you wondering, Ron, do you pay for TradingView? Absolutely. And I take advantage of the November Black Friday sort of month-long that they do. So I have 157 days left on my current premium plan. I'm going to re-up it, and then I have just over a year, and I just keep doing this every year. Love this platform. I use it on my phone. It allows me to have alerts sent to my phone. It allows me to actually, I don't know if I can show you this or not, if it'll come up on camera, but one of the reasons I love TradingView is all my indicators work on TradingView. All the ones that I use and teach and include in the classes, they work on TradingView. And including HPMRs, which is crazy. Take a look at this. I don't know if you can see that. My HPMRs are on there. My V scores on there. My sector slow stows on there. My grab candles, my propulsion, all of that's on the phone, which makes it really easy for me to be away from my desk and track my trades. And so anyways, I want to make sure everyone knows this, doesn't miss it. This is when I re-up. I get questions about this all the time. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the questions. And by the way, gang, TradingView is broker agnostic. So when I have members in the Sector Secrets Mastery or wherever, they're asking me, Rog, I can't use TOS where I'm at. What do I do to get the tools that you're using? And I always say, TradingView, gang, that's why I love it. It's web-based, and that way you don't have the issues of, in terms of not having access to TOS in certain countries. Boom, you got TradingView. All right, so first up, what are my thoughts on natural gas? Hey there, John. So natural gas is here's what's interesting about Natty, and it's not in a trend. A lot of times we think it's winter time, so shouldn't Natty be going higher? And the truth of the matter is, most of the run up in natural gas comes well before the 2 times a year that we anticipate that natural gas will be more in demand. If it's a hotter than normal summer, or if it's a colder or harsher than normal winter. We know summer's coming, we know winter's coming, right? These are seasons that we know are around the corner. So we see the run up well in advance of the season. And therefore, by the time we're in November, December, we've already seen the run up. And in fact, from about October on, we're in a seasonal decline because we've already run up that commodity. So I'm really not all that interested in natural gas. Notice I'm using UNG, John, to do this. This is something that I do in the mastery, which is teach you to use the futures contract in lieu of the ETF, because a futures contract is going to have a more complete, more closer to 24-hour view of natural gas versus UNG, which is 9:30 to 4. However, we can trade the UNG. We often do use natural gas options on UNG, the ETF, to trade it. What I would say in natural gas, and this is something we've been doing in the mastery, which is, let's look at FCG. The FCG ETF is natural gas company stocks, and they're doing better than Natty. And this is very similar to what we're seeing in XLE and OIH and XOP as it relates to crude oil. And we're seeing those stocks having a really nice run as the commodity is sort of choppy. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm not trading crude, I'm trading oil stocks. And I'm not trading Natty gas per se. I'm going to be trading Natty gas stocks. So I hope that makes sense. All right, next up, TW asks, member of Sector Secrets. Awesome, awesome. By the way, gang, you can check out Sector Secrets Mastery over at sectorsecrets.com. I made a handy little URL. It'll take you to what we do in terms of what that room offers. And I did some long-term portfolio buys September and October, TW, yeah. Where would I find those specific trades? They are in the alert section, like all of our trades are. So if there's something I'm doing day trading wise, you're going to see that in the notes that I publish out to members every single day. And then as far as daily time frame and weekly time frame, we send those out as alerts. I want you to know the moment I have set that thing up. I want you to know the moment that that is a valid trade for me, not that dissimilar from what we were doing, say, in the live trading with gold and the dollar. You know, the moment I like the idea, I will send it out as an alert. And the alert is really the lifeline to the trades in the quickest way, where you're not seeing something later on. I want you to know before I take the trade, because in our room, I don't alert you once I've done it. I let you know the setup that I'm seeing. And that way you can choose to take it if you do or you don't, but you know that's what I'm going to be doing. So I hope that helps. And by the way, that's the way daily and those longer term portfolio. We got some great trades on that. We've got probably the one that's the sort of the slowest is XLK, which is actually doing really well for us. XLB launched for us. XLP has been another great one. So really stoked about those longer term setups that we took the last couple of months. Thank you for the question. All right, next up is Mendel, how are you? Good morning. I'm so generous with my time and helping others. I appreciate that. Thank you. Where does it come from? Oh gosh. Well, let me read the rest of your question. I'm sure you could be trading solo and golfing and doing whatever the rest of the day. Mendel, what I've done throughout my career is I've never believed in retirement. I love what I do. I'm lucky, knock on wood, to be able to do what I love with people that I absolutely love doing it with. So having said that, what I like to do are mini retirements. In other words, I'll go take, and I haven't done this in a while, but my last little mini retirement was for about 2 years. I was still trading for myself, but I really wasn't actively teaching and developing indicators and sort of advancing my craft. And I needed that break for a little while. So it was a good 2 years that I took a little mini retirement. And I had taken one before that. So now I feel pretty recharged, and I foresee, not to be morbid or anything, but I've always said, one day when they find me, I want to be 90 years old. It's 8:30 a.m. Eastern, Friday morning, and they're going to find my 92-year-old hand on my mouse, if that's what we're using then. And I'm just going to be face down on the keyboard, and I will have gone out trading non-farm. That's what I picture in my mind. I'm going to trade till I can't trade anymore. Right. And so I feel really lucky, and I hope that a lot of you can find the same kind of happiness in trading and the same kind of financial success in trading that I have. It doesn't take anything away from me to share. It really doesn't. I'm really lucky. So thank you for the question. All right. And maybe my mom raised me right too. I gotta give the mom credit as well. All right. Next up. Thoughts on the S&P 500? Sure. Where is the least resistance for the coming days? Okay. I'm actually right now a little, not a lot. I'm a little bearish, mainly because when we have a choppy market that travels to the upper end of the price and volume range, I am going to look for potential shorts. Now, it may not be on the ES. It might be on a relative performer to the downside. In other words, if I have a downtrend somewhere that rallied, that's a short the rip. If I have something that has better structure than the S&P at a sector or even a stock level, that could be an alternative, a proxy. But I am bearish the closer we get to the mean of my V score, so volume derived resistance level, and the 200 propulsion, and therefore at this point I'm looking for a little bit of a retracement of the last major move. So if we can remain below, take a look at the previous highs. Let's say we look at Friday's high at 39.94, or even the high from the 15th, which was, what was the 15th? That was last Tuesday's high. And we can stay below 40.50. Those would be levels that I would presume are near-term ceilings to help guide, not to lower lows and all the hyperbole and fear-mongering of crashes, please. What I'm talking about is just a retracement of the last major move, and that would be, for me, the path of least resistance. All right. Okay. Next up is nice cut. Oh yeah, I did get my hair cut. Yeah. It was getting a little long, and I did. It feels a little funny right now. Thanks, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. Now if I just get rid of some of this gray, but I kind of feel that I earned some of that gray, so I'm keeping it. All right. Thanks, Steve. Raghee, would love to use your tools on Ninja. Mr. Luke, I will tell you this. I appreciate that. My thing is I don't use Ninja, and it would be yet another, at this point, the fourth platform that I would either have to learn how to code on, support, and use. And right now, toggling between TradingView and TOS is about all the bandwidth I have right now. What we typically do, and I've had a couple of requests about Ninja, and I don't mind to learn it. I have done webinars on Ninja 7 before. Here's the thing. If I'm going to have a set of indicators for it, it's just yet another thing I've got to support. And like I said, there's no bandwidth. But as the community, our simpler community says, Rog, more of us are using Ninja. At that point, the way that the majority of our members use Thinkorswim, it's anecdotal, but I would say probably 85 to 90% of our community is using Thinkorswim. I didn't used to use Thinkorswim at all. I used TradeStation and TradingView, but I went to Thinkorswim because that's where our member base was communicating with the market through TOS. And then second to that, probably a distant second, clearly, is TradingView. So as different platforms start to get a little bit more popular and it's time to support it, I clearly will. Yeah, I will. Do I use the same broker for each of my trading platforms? Erica, no. I have a number of brokers because I trade a number of different asset classes. So futures, I have two. I like to have two for every asset class. I have two futures brokers. I have two accounts for options. So no, I don't put all my capital in one place. No, never have. And I don't want to have one large account. I like to have a large investing account, medium size trading account, smaller day trading account. So I do have a number of accounts depending on what I'm doing. I know to go to that account and log in. So thank you for the question. All right, next up is would the hourly price movement range entry benefit by using a trigger like a minor high-low to improve the success rate or lost opportunities to just get in? Hey there, Chris. Great question. All right. I do not use minor highs and minor lows in the hourly price movement range, which for those of you that don't know what that is an intraday process that I created well over 10 years ago at this point. And we have automated in the last few years. I'm very slow to automate stuff. I will say I am quite hopelessly old school in a lot of ways. But a lot of traders have asked, hey, Rog, we would love to have these tools automated. And over the years, that's exactly what we have done. But hourly price movement ranges plot the resistance and the support hour to hour. So it's a really powerful intraday trading tool. And I do not, unless it's a candle of unusual size, a larger than the previous, say, 5 to 10 candles that preceded it. And unless it's a candle of unusual size, a swift move where I'm thinking, what's going on? Is it news? Was it data? Unless it's something like that, in which case a minor high or low is great. No, just being in the zone is usually pretty darn high probability. So thanks for the question. All right. So Larry says TradingView. Yeah. So again, I feel bad when, say, January rolls around or December rolls around and that special is gone. I mean, I'm going to take advantage of it. So that's the only reason I mentioned that. Okay, next up is who do I use to execute my trades? Depends on what I'm doing, Joseph. I have everything from Infinity to TradeStation to TOS to Tradier and a number of other brokers. So it just depends on what type of trading I'm doing. Day trading, overnight trading, swing trading, or is it my investment portfolio? All right. Is the HPMR you showed us on your phone a paid indicator? The free version, I believe, will work. So I give 4 symbols, the indices, for free in the futures room, and I give 8 symbols for free in my Sector Secrets Mastery. So the indices plus the ETF alternative. And the free version, I believe, does work, the free HPMRs. Now, what I showed you, yeah, this is on the bond market that I'm showing you here. Yeah, is there a premium indicator, paid indicator? Yes, and that was what I was running. And so if you want the broader list, the 70 plus, I think, symbols at this point, if you want that broader list, then yes, you'll have to use the paid version. But if you're content with the indices, I think the free ones work. So I think you're good. Okay, bot's telling me that works just fine. They're all the same in 77 symbols right now in our premium HPMR. All right. Do I pay for extra market data? Janet, no. What I do is I link up my TradeStation data. So when you sign up for TradingView, there's a lot of brokers you can work with. And I believe Tradevate and Tradier are on there now too, which are probably sort of lesser popular platforms, but nonetheless, some of our traders do use them. And you could link up your account to the TradingView platform, and then you can use the data. All right. Thanks, Mr. Walker. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. I appreciate that. Your question is WES. You got it. All right. So what do we have here? Oh, gosh, friend, we have a lot of chop. We have a lot of chop on this one. And not quite ready for prime time. Not yet for me. I would look to the long side, though. I would look to the long side for sure. Okay. All right. So, gang, I think that's our time. I will see my volume decoded class members. Gang, it's not too late to join. You can catch the class, the live trading. I think the session that a lot of folks are really interested in are those swing trading sessions and that longer term portfolio management session that I'll be doing in about 2 weeks. So not too late to join. As always, gang, thanks for being here for Charts and Coffee. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same station. Be good to each other.